Welcome to aminacademy.com. Let us do the history of the Greek world, some introduction. One of the most famous, rich and unique civilization of the world had ever known is the ancient Greek civilization. The history of the Greek world includes the following periods and events. Stone Age. The history of the Greece can be traced back to Stone Age hunters. Minoan and Mycenaean civilizations. The first Greek civilization was the Mycenaean civilization, which began to the island of Crete around 1600 BCE. The age of Pericles. This was a period of great creativity in Greek literature, architecture, and sculptures. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great wanted to spread Greek ideas and culture to the four corners of his empire. He did this by building Greek style cities. The Middle Age. This was a period of wars and invasions. The Dorians. Around 1100 BC, the Dorians invaded from the north and spread along the west coast. The Greek emerged in the second millennium BCE when a branch of the Indo-Europeans settled in the Mediterranean region. The ancient Greek believed that the world began in the state of nothingness called chaos, from which Gaia, Mother Earth, and Uranus, the sky, came. Herodotus is known as the father of the history and is leading source of original historical information of Greece between 550 to 479 BCE. The ancient Greek civilization or period following Mycenaean civilization, which ended about 1200 BCE to the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BCE. It was the period of political, philosophical, artistic, and scientific achievements that formed a legacy with unparalleled influence. The larger historical period spanning from the output of ancient Greek author Homer in the 8th century BCE to the decline of the Roman Empire in the 5th century CE is known as classical antiquity, encompassing Greco-Roman culture, playing a major role in the Mediterranean sphere of the influence and in the creation of Western civilization and shaping areas as diverse as law, architecture, art, language, poetry, rhetoric, politics, and philosophy. The history of the Olympics from the ancient Greece to now. The first Olympic Games considered of a singular event of the Greek history. How did a corpse win an ancient Olympic event? The first date in Greek history in 776 BCE, the year of the first Olympic Games. It was computed by 5th century BC researcher called Hippias. He was originally from Elis. The beginning of the polis. The name given to polis formation by the Greeks themselves was Sunoikismos, literally a gathering together. Only for Athens is anything like a proper political tradition known. The Athens development towards the democracy of the 5th century was amazingly and untypically rapid by comparison with other states, many of which never became democratic at all. Before attempting the characteristics archaic Greece, one must admit candidly that the evidence is unsatisfactory. Only the Athens is anything like a proper political traditions known. The Athens development towards the democracy of the 5th century was amazingly and untypically rapid by comparison with the other states, many of which never became democratic at all. A tiny but salutary scrap of evidence makes this point. The wealth of the colonizing states was aristocratic in the sense that small number of exclusive clans within cities monopolized citizenship and political control. Sometimes in the 8th century BCE, an aristocratic resident of the Greek trading colony Pithecusae, located on the tiny island of the Ischia just off the coast of Naples in Italy, held a symposium at his home. Most of what happened at the party stayed at the party, but we do know is that it must have been a good one. So far, we discussed about little about Greek history, some introduction. In further videos, we'll discuss detail about Greek history one by one. Behadad, please subscribe our YouTube channel.